Hey, 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 my friend. Welcome back to the Cosmic Mystic, where we blend strategy and soul work to help you build a soul aligned life and business that fully supports your soul's mission. If we have not met, I am Danny Simonis, your inner work alchemist, cosmic mystic, and creator of the secret and sacred CEO framework designed to help you stay grounded, aligned, and abundant as you root and rise. My friend, for over 12 years, I've supported hundreds of conscious leaders in doing the deep soul work, the work that is required to embody their highest expression so they can lead with confidence and authenticity. My friend, we are here with this week's Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of April 21st through the 27th. We're going to dive into what is happening in our sky this week as we prepare for a new moon at the end of the week in Aries. All right. If you did not know, if you're like, what is happening this month? I need the bigger picture, then definitely check out our April overview. So we have two forecasts that happen. The first one is that overview for the entire month. And so we'll see May's come out on May 1st. And then we have weekly forecasts that tell you what is happening that week, where we really dive in to the energy of the week, the reminders of where we're at, of what's happening. So if you like the bigger picture, be sure to check out that April overview. And if you want to know what's happening this week, stay tuned for more. And if you also did not know, we have a podcast called The Cosmic Mystic that is right here on the YouTube channel and is also on all of your favorite podcast platforms, wherever it is that you like to listen to podcasts. You can take me in your earbuds as you go for your drive, go on a walk, do the errands, do the things that you got to do, my friend. So let's go ahead and dive in with my favorite thing to start with, which is the state of the planets. All right, the state of the planets. We've got our sun here in Aries at 7 degrees. We are full swing into Aries season, my friend. We've got Chiron at 29 degrees Pisces. We'll be shifting into Aries come May. We've got Mercury in Pisces. We've got Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, and Venus in Pisces. And they're all starting to move away from each other. But some of these planets move a lot slower than others, so it's going to take some time. So we're going to see these into May and June. We've also got our moon kicking off this week in Capricorn. We've got Pluto in Capricorn, our south node in Virgo, Mars over here still in Cancer. We've got Taurus, Jupiter is in Taurus. We'll be moving into Gemini soon. And then we've got Uranus, who moved into Taurus just a bit ago. All right, so there is where everybody's at. So let's break this down. We've got our sun is still making those squares to Mars and Pluto. So we've seen the explosions beginning to happen or continuing to happen over this past week. We are still in that energy, my friend. We've got that for a bit longer. So remember to be mindful of your ego, be mindful of your own energy, do your best to maintain your highest and greatest frequency. Ground in, my friend, root your energy in because things can get crazy. All right, now let's talk about our moon as we kick off this week. I said we are in Capricorn. We'll be in this Capricorn. We actually are coming off of it from the weekend, and we will be in the energy of Capricorn till Tuesday afternoon. Now, just in general, this week ahead, as we prepare for new moon, I want you to keep in mind that the energy is dropping. So this is a great time to connect in with the reflection of what's happened over this past cycle. What has transpired? What have you learned? What new opportunities have come forward? What challenges did you face? Where we can look at those loops that we've been in over the past few weeks. And then we move into Aquarius from that Tuesday afternoon all the way through Thursday. We'll be in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is our air sign. So there is a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts, a lot of mental energy over these few days. Air energy is always great for researching, brainstorming, collecting information, learning. And with Aquarius, it's the best time to really think outside of the box. So if there's something that you've been struggling with that you can't quite figure out, use this Aquarius energy to think outside of the box. Now, Friday and Saturday, the moon's going to move into Pisces. I just realized I am not showing you this here on our screen. So as we move over into Saturday and Friday and Saturday, the moon being in Pisces, as we can see here, we're getting closer and closer to the sun for that new moon energy. Pisces is a water element. And so Friday, Saturday, take it easy, my friend. Chill out, do some meditation, do some journaling, allow yourself to connect to spirit, to divine, to source, to creation, to replenish in a way that feels good to you. And not everybody replenishes the same. So, however that is for you, be sure that you are filling your own cup, because Sunday we will move into new moon. And this particular new moon is going to be in Aries. And so right before we move into that new moon, you saw there that the moon will be conjunct Chiron. And that is going to bring some things up for us, as some old wounds, some old ideas, some old thoughts may be coming forward. And that is an opportunity for us to use those stories, use that wisdom from the past now with a different lens into our future. Now, Aries new moon is on Sunday afternoon Central Time, and so we're going to see this energy at its lowest of the lunar cycle. But it also is Aries, and with Aries does come a lot of vibrant energy. We do have the squares with Mars and Pluto. So, my friend, this is a very, even though it's a new moon, it's almost as if you're at that point where I am completely like we're bringing the end of something to begin something new, because Aries is that starter energy. It's almost as if this is that final moment for you to take the reins and say, here is what I'm claiming for this year. Here's what I'm claiming for this new zodiacal year. Here's what I'm claiming for myself, for my business, for my life. Like, this is that grabbing those reins and really making a claim. That is what I'm going to invite you to do with this new moon in Aries. Now, let's talk about a couple of other things we have going on, which some of these things, nothing here is new. With Mercury, you will see, right? We've got nothing going on. We do have these two aspects falling off here on the 25th, which was that trine to Mars and that sextile to Pluto. Those two are falling off towards the end of the week. We've also got the trine with Mars and Saturn falling off here on the 20. It'll fall off at the end of the day, towards the end of the day on the 25th. You also saw that we lost these guys as well, Mercury and the connection to the moon. And so things are moving and shifting. We do still have this trine with Venus still happening here. And we've still got this one with Neptune. We're going to see that for a bit because those planets do move a little bit slower. And as well as this opposition over here with Pluto, we'll still see that into June. And then with Venus, Nothing new here until we get to the 26th, and we will see the sextile come into play here with Pluto. So we've seen the conjunction with Saturn. We've talked about the conjunction with Neptune. We know about this sextile over here to Uranus, and I already mentioned this connection, this trine over here to Mars. So this guy right here, the sextile over to Pluto, is the only thing that is really new this week with Venus. And when we see Venus and Pluto together, especially in this way, in this aspect, this really deepens our love and intensity to a whole other level. So really bringing that place of love, a place of love for self, of love with others, of love for your work. It's really that, really like taking it to a much deeper level. The other thing that is can be a little challenging here is companionship becomes really critical for us. It's we want to share our space, our time with someone special, right? And so this might be I'm looking for companionship in my life, or I'm looking for companionship or collaboration, connection in my business. And so I'm always going to caution you because there's this intensity, this desire to have someone or have something. We can also become obsessed with this idea and lower our levels a little bit, lower our standards a little bit. And so I want you to be very mindful of that. If you are looking for a new relationship or a new romance, this could definitely be a good time for that. Just know that it will be a whirlwind of an experience that could potentially change things for you. And I see that because sometimes with our relationships, and I told a friend of mine this last week, and she went to go see a psychic medium, and I love that that is what she did, and she got some insights, and this psychic medium told her that she is going to meet the one really soon. And I put that in quotations for those of you on the podcast because I have some thoughts around that because this idea of the one, I don't necessarily think we have one person that encompasses all. I think there are the ones that come into our life for different reasons. And there might be the one that is teaching you this lesson about how to love yourself. There might be the one that is showing you how to be resilient. We might have the one that is showing you what it means to be yourself, to allow you to have that. And that might be the same person in many ways. And it could also be different people that come into your life through different experiences. And so whenever I hear somebody say, oh, you're going to meet the one, I'm like, define what that one is for me, right? What is that one? What is this person bringing into my life, or something for me to be aware of as I move through this transition? All right, my friend, this has been your Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of April 21st. If you have not downloaded our Spring Guidebook, I'm going to recommend that you do so now. Your Spring Guidebook is your opportunity. It's your friend. It's your companion as you move through the rest of this season. There's all kinds of things in there for you to do to support you on your journey, from journal prompts, rituals, affirmations you can state, places to journal, thoughts about the new moon and full moons, and all about each zodiac sign this season. My friend, you can go to thepeaceteacher.com/guidebook. There'll also be a link down in our description and show notes for you. Until next time, my friend, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time. Remember to keep shining your unique light.